Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start off by welcoming you this morning. The focus is to let you know what to expect this legislative session. Also, I would like your input on legislation you are interested in. The only way for you to get your word or your thoughts out there is through your legislator on bills. So please don't hesitate to contact me. Before we get started, this is a recorded event and may be rebroadcasted. So welcome. Just want to let you know that this legislative session is going to be quite different than we've ever had. Obviously, due to COVID, we are not going to have public hearings in the buildings, maybe until late this session, which may be not till May or June. So, because I'm sure that this session is going to go longer than we expect. Normally, our session ends in June, but sometimes when you have issues that arise, you got to take bull by horn and continue to do your work. The three committees that I'm on this year are higher education and employment advancement. One I've been on now. This is my sixth term being on that one. Energy and technology, which I've been past chairman, ranking member of, and been proud to serve on that now for my third term. And I'm back on general law, which is something that I've really been interested in, being in occupational licensing and focusing on some of the other issues out there, liquor licenses and other licenses that are pertinent to our trades in the state of Connecticut. So what is going to be different this year about our legislature? Well, we're not going to be in the building. We're going to be on Zoom. We can actually work from home, which I intend not to ever do unless they close the building on us again, which they did this week. So my typical office hours in Hartford will be Tuesdays and Thursdays. Most often earlier in the beginning of session, we're in the chamber, which we're again not going to be in the chamber. We'll be in our offices on Wednesdays. Other than that, it's whenever we're called in. Committees can switch around to different days, but those are typically my office hours that I'll be in Hartford. The rest of the time I'll be in the district, meeting with constituents and having forums. The typical process of a bill is submitted by a legislator. The committee is then can raise a bill or not. It's up to them. It's by the encouragement typically of that person that asked for that bill to be raised. If the committee does take that bill up, following that, there'll be a public hearing. The public hearing process, obviously much different. Typically, you'll have dozens to hundreds of people come in and testify on a bill through the committee, through the public hearing process. Now it'll be Zoom. So I'm not that happy with this process because I think it disenfranchises some of the people that don't have the technology to be part of the public hearing. That is something that we would try to work through. Maybe give a message to your legislator to testify on your behalf, whatever that may be, that we would try to work through that process and make sure that we do not disenfranchise any of the public to testify on a piece of legislation. It's going to be by lottery too. Typically, you get in there and a dignitary gets to go first and consume a lot of the time of a public hearing. This time, anybody that puts in for that will be on a lottery basis. I hope that holds true and that preferential treatment is not given to anybody. We're all equal in this process, and I look forward to you testifying on different legislation. You could go to, and I think in the chat box is a cga.ct.gov. Again, cga.ct.gov, and you can look up what public hearings are coming up and where you may want to testify. And after that public hearing process, the committee will decide whether to raise that bill for a vote or not. If they do bring it to a vote, your input on that bill to your legislator is quite important. If you want them to support that, or if you would like them not to support that. So that's always a great process. If I've been talked to in the past, oh, I wish you had not voted for that piece of legislation. I go, where were you prior to that to let me know your thoughts? Because I do listen to the constituents. I work for you, and so does all your other legislators. We work for you. After that, after the committee does decide to bring that out of the committee process and bring it to the floor of the chamber, the House chamber or the Senate, depending if it's a Senate bill or a House bill, that'll be brought up possibly at that time. Again, it's up to the speaker, either of the two House and or Senate, to actually raise the bill and have it to become for a vote. If it passes one of the two chambers, it goes on to the other chamber and then on to the governor to sign or to oppose the legislation. So after that, it's in law. Then we'll figure out what the dates are for the implementation of a law. So That's going to be the process for now. Please don't hesitate to reach out and discuss, the issues that are a concern of yours. And look forward to more of these Zoom meetings. Actually, I don't look forward to the Zoom meetings. I'd rather be in a building talking to you, but I know COVID is going to be a concern that we all care about. And again, having a delivery given to me in my building right now. So this is part of the distractions that we have for COVID. And when you're working from your home office, but the reason why I'm going to be working in the Hartford office is so I don't have the distractions of the outside issues, and I can hopefully represent you in the way that you would like me to represent this district. So look forward to your input and look forward to a productive session. And I hopefully that the main thing is for now, let's all stay safe, but we all have a lot of work to do. So thank you for joining me.